Hey guys, welcome back. Today we're going to be doing a morning pickup. This whole thing takes me under an hour, and I'll show you at the end. You can see on the time right now it says something like 7:05, 7:06, and we're gonna wrap this up, and you're gonna see what time it is at the end. It's great. This is what I did in the morning before I started work, and the apartment was just a little bit of a mess. But that's okay. That's all right. We live here. It's gonna happen. And I really like filming these quick pickups. And I'm going to start to do more like deep cleaning content too. But I really like doing these quick pickups because this is what I feel like normal people, normal everyday people do every day, right? Or at least try to do at least once a day. Just an easy pickup, nothing crazy, and it needs to be done. And then just doing these easy pickups, I've said this before, but it makes it so much more manageable when you have time to do a deeper clean. It just makes cleaning so much more manageable if you can just stay on top of the little stuff. So I really like filming these. They're easy to do, like I said, under an hour. And you just feel better about your space when things are picked up like that. So that was the living room. Most of the time, the living room mess is on the coffee table because, as I've said before, that coffee table is where we eat most of our meals. This nice table right to the left of me, I think we've eaten at under 5 times total. When we have my family comes and visits, or Nick's dad comes and visits for dinner, we'll eat there. But even then, sometimes not. So you know how it is. So anyway, our coffee table is usually the messiest, with all the cups and plates and spills and what have you on the table. And then also in the living room, my cat, my cute little kitty, his name is Ollie. You can see him right here. He is, at the time of filming this, he is 4 months old. I want to say exactly 4 months old. So, he's still a little ball of energy. But yeah, this table, wipe it down. This table isn't where we eat, but it still gets messy because this is our catch-all table, where when we come home, we drop off our bags, our groceries, our mail, whatever. Oh, here's Ollie. Hi. He doesn't pay attention to anything for longer than 18 seconds. But that's our dump and go. We just kind of put whatever down there and then go back to living our life. But it gets messy, it gets crowded. So it's always nice to just pick that stuff up, wipe it down, and then of course the kitchen, which is always going to be messy. It's clean usually 2 minutes after I finish cleaning it, and then something happens, or lunch needs to be made, or I don't know, anything else. It's always messy. I told my mom when I moved out, I said, oh my gosh, did you hear Ollie sneezing? He's right next to me. I told my mom when I moved out, I was like, I did not realize that the kitchen was going to be constantly messy, because I always thought, okay, when I get my own space, I'm going to keep it clean 100% of the time. I'm going to, it's not hard, I can do it. And it's not hard, but it's a lot easier to accidentally make it insanely messy. So just living life, it's crazy. And especially with a small space, there's not a lot of places that things can go when they're put away, so it can very quickly look cluttered, which I really don't like. I like cleaning. I like keeping things clean, and I like cleaning. That doesn't mean that things are always clean. Also, I have a question, and you can leave your answers in the comments, but I want to know, do you prefer hand washing or loading and running the dishwasher? And I know it sounds kind of like a given because the dishwasher is easier in the sense that you don't have to, like, obviously wash the dishes. And I don't have children, so I can imagine having more dishes would change my mind a little bit. But I generally like to just clean the dishes by hand, because for some reason, okay, well, I know the reasons, because we don't have enough dishes to run the dishwasher as frequently as we need the dishes, if that makes sense. Like, there's like 10 things that we use every single day, right? And sometimes we don't have enough other dirty dishes to run the dishwasher, so I'll just hand wash them. And then what happens is I realize, okay, well, let me just wash this cup, because I'm already here, I'm already doing it. Let me wash this spoon, let me wash this fork. And then it's like, okay, well, now I really don't have enough dirty dishes to fill the dishwasher. So I just end up washing them all by hand, and then I have all the dishes that I need cleaned, and it really doesn't take that much time for me. It's kind of like one of those mindless things that I do where, I just take the time and just hand wash them. But I think I would prefer the dishwasher if it wasn't for the fact that I just actually don't have enough dishes to keep filling it and running it. I don't know if that's just me or if other people can relate, but that's where I usually find myself. So the stove, this is so embarrassing, but the stove gets so gross and dirty. I don't know if we're just not like the best cooks or something, but every single time we cook on here, the stove just gets a mess. Like, we can't keep anything in the pan to save ourselves, which is ridiculous. But I love when the stove looks clean, because it looks so like nice. And I'll definitely have to do, this is an, I'm planning on doing a kitchen deep clean video, because these are kind of like very surface level. Obviously I'm not organizing anything in the cabinets, I haven't gone in the fridge, or done any of that, but I want to do, we're about like halfway through our lease here, so I want to do like a oven clean, a stove burner clean, fridge clean out, because if we are able to move out, we're trying to buy a home, if we are able to move out in February, which is when our lease is up. Oh my gosh, by the way, totally didn't realize my sheet is on sideways. I was like, why is it sticking out like that? Anyway, I like to blab. I'm sorry, that's just what you're gonna get here. But if we are able to move out in February, I want to do like a clean now, so that when we have to clean like the burner and the oven and the fridge and stuff, when we move out, it'll be like a lot easier to do. So we're like halfway through our lease, and I don't know if the last people who lived here cleaned the oven and the stove and the fridge and stuff, or if they had like people come in and do it, but it was literally spotless. When we moved in, I literally remember thinking like, this has got to be a new oven. It was spotless. Of course, like I'm 99% sure it wasn't, unless something happened to the previous owner's like oven when they moved out, but it was spotless. So I'm like, oh no. I'm like already thinking about how dirty my oven is and how clean it was when we moved in, and I'm like, well, if that's the expectation, I'm in for a lot of work. So I obviously just picked up the bedroom, the stuff that was just on the floor, made the bed. The sheet was incorrect. Oh well, it's fine, whatever. This is the office, so I'm just picking up the dishes from the night before. This is where I work all day. You've seen my other videos, you know this is where I work all day, and this is where my boyfriend plays his video games at night when he gets home from work. So this room gets very messy, and it's also the smallest room, so the smallest room with the most amount of stuff in it. And there we go, under 1 hour, not too bad. Okay.